Okay, I think we got 1 minute after two, so I think we're about ready to start this Friday Vendor Connect. Normally, we do these on Mondays, the first Monday of the month, but for the first Monday of June, we have 1 day sale. So I hope everybody's ready for a 1 day sale next week and super pumped up, and all the customers know about it. So good luck on that. So first up, we have Christy with Moroccan Oil. Welcome, Christy.
Welcome to you. Thank you. I can't see all of your faces, but I'm so excited to jump on. Actually, love a Friday because Mondays are crazy in salons for classes. So this is fantastic. I also love it because we've got something kind of special for you guys today. I'm definitely going to touch on some of the new and exciting what's going on, but we really have a color focus that I want to kind of do a little bit of training with you today on. So I think it'll be exciting. I think it'll be really useful. You'll be able to use it right out of the box, maybe even at your 1 day sale if you're here with us live today, or if you get to watch it later. But just diving in, May, June, everybody's starting to lighten, and all your brands, I'm sure everyone's chiming in. It's time to lighten up. So you'll see lots of blonding, lots of care products for lightening. You'll see some of those examples of our promotions on the screen here. A couple that I just want to call attention to because it's in this chemicals category we're going to focus on today, but we're definitely having a lightener sale. And these are some of our most popular items. They're the gateway drug to Moroccan Oil Professional Hair Color. And the fact that they're buy two, get one free is really helpful. It's even a great time to get them to branch out. The powder lightener is a slam dunk hit, 9 levels of lift, clean, fast, doesn't swell, all those things stylists are looking for. But then you have the cream lightener, which is more gentle, infused with chamomile for fragile hair, for face framing, for curly hair, or straight to the scalp application that you don't want irritation. And then we have our freeform clay, which is a kaolin clay that stays moist. So it's 8 levels of lift. You actually get 8 levels. Stylists are always shocked by that. So these are 3 easy movers for you, and particularly when they're on sale. Another one that's going to be really popular is the Blonde Moment. Hopefully you've received these backpacks already. If not, they're on their way, but they're loaded with really everything a stylist would need for a successful blonding appointment, and also some retail or some station items for him or her at a great discount. So some really fun things. Also, just as a reminder for your stores or when you're in the field, something fun you can help your salons with is June 21st is National Selfie Day. So it's something that you can take advantage of and help your salons do something fun with their clients, or you and your stores can do something fun with your clients. Obviously, I'd love for you to be promoting Moroccan Oil products and tagging me or tagging MO Pro, but just super fun that you can bring that source of brightness and insight into your salons or to your stylist in the store, reminding them of something fun they can do with their customers that will help their business as well as their relationship with the customers. So just some fun things there. And of course, just a reminder, we've had such success. You guys have killed it with Moroccan Oil's Color Rhapsody 10. Our 10-minute color is just doing fantastic. I hope you're at your store or in your market having the success that we're having with it. As a quick reminder, we've had some training on it, but just those 3 talking points that you want to be having with your salons, with your store customers, is really don't compromise just color. Because you're doing it in 10 minutes, you're getting that speed 3 times faster, but you're not compromising the integrity of the hair when it comes to using our 10-minute color. And you also have that control. It's absolutely non-progressive. We're getting 0 complaints, guys, about this 10-minute color from the field. Everyone that's tried it has loved it. So with confidence, I want you to be speaking to customers about 10-minute color. If their line doesn't have one, here's one to add. If they do have one, but they don't like it, they'll tell you why. And here's those 3 talking points. So speed, of course, control, because it's not progressive, and care. We have that signature pro-arginine technology that cares for the hair, immediately repairing any damage, and just that beautiful argan oil all the way to the cortex. So super fun, easy to talk about with your customers. My sneak peek hint about where we're headed today, though, is a focus that's going to be absolutely exclusive to you guys at Armstrong McCall. And it's an incredibly generous offer for your customers and for you guys. So this is an incentive alert that will run June and July. So June 1 through the end of July. And it's going to be all around shade exchange. So first I'm going to give you the what's in it for you, and then I'm going to back up and help you get ready to absolutely knock it out of the park with this. So let's take a look at what it's involved. We're going to have the most aggressive shade exchange in the history of Moroccan Oil Professional Hair Color. Just for you guys, for these 2 months, we will offer 24 shades of Moroccan Oil color for any 12 shades that they are using in competitive color. So 24 for 12. If you've been with us all along, you've known that for the last year and a half, we've been doing 12 for 12 with a free developer or activator, and that's been really successful. But for these 2 months, we want to really see what you guys can do with the most aggressive shade exchange available, and especially in Moroccan Oil hair color. So whether it's Rhapsody Permanent or Calypso Demi, they can bring you 24 shades of what they're currently using, and you will give them 12 shades of Moroccan, sorry, flip-flop that. We're going to give them 24 for bringing us 12. So absolutely aggressive. They get the accompanying activator or developer. There are some guidelines, of course, that you see written there. I'll just touch on those. First and foremost, they must be approved before you're going to get a credit. So you don't have to be really approved before you do it in the field. You may want to speak to your owner about it, but in order to get the credit for your store, your franchise to get their credit, Robert will approve it, Moroccan Oil will approve it, and then we'll send that on to the credit department at Armstrong McCall to issue that credit for these free 24 shades. It's only valid in the months of June and July, and returned hair color has to be unopened tubes or bottles. So that's really the norm there. And you've got to provide an invoice that just shows us that you gave the 12, the 24. You guys already have an Armstrong McCall conversion processing form. That form is what you will fill out for this as well, just like you've been doing with the 12 for 12. But you'll put an invoice with it. You'll attach that form, and that will go to Robert for processing. Robert, before we move on, is there anything I left out with this component before we dive into the incentive for those listening? He's probably on mute, so I'm going to switch the slide.
Christy,
Yes.
Christy, there is one thing is that
Yes.
actually that form will go to their respective FSM.
Oh, that's correct. Sorry, there's
Yeah.
more FSMs on this call. I was thinking just Robert. You're absolutely right.
I mean, if Robert wants to do it, we'll let him.
Their respective FSMs. So Sonia, Ray, Nick, or Robert. Thank you. Thank you, Ray. Okay, I hope you're all dying. I can't see you on my screen, but I hope you're going, oh my God, this is so fabulous. So let's look at the next piece of it, which is really exciting. Not only do we want this to be amazing for your customers, But we want to incentivize those of you listening, those of you who are going to watch the recording later. Once you do this 24 for 12, if a salon converts more color to Moroccan oil, we're going to incentivize you for that. We're going to give you $50 for every salon that subsequently converts over $250 worth. By the way, even if they don't do the 24 for 12, we're going to be watching for these conversions and incentivizing you. So $50 for every conversion over $250 of value. $100 if they do $1,000 worth of conversion, $150 for $1,500, and $200 for any salon that wants to convert over $2,000 worth of their current color line. So our gamble, guys, is that this 24 for 12 is going to inspire salons. Man, I'm liking this. I'm loving this. And so now I'm ready. I want to convert to Moroccan oil. And we're hoping that you're helping them along that path. And that when that happens, whether it's store or DSC, that we can incentivize you with these dollar amounts based on what they're turning in. A little reminder down here at the bottom, and this is something that's been this way at Moroccan Oil for a few years. You guys know that we look for a little skin in the game before we want to allow and approve a conversion. And that skin in the game is $240 of Moroccan Oil color purchases over the prior 3 months before a conversion is approved. So there's a lot in there. We can offline go, what does that really mean? But basically, we want to see that they are invested before we give them $2,000 worth of Moroccan hair color or etc. So they need to spend $240 open stock Moroccan oil color to qualify for one of the conversions that you see here on the screen. So if you think about it in a linear way, let's say they want to do this swap, or maybe they've already done this swap. And then they say, oh, I like it. I'm going to start buying it. Maybe there's a little $99 kit, by the way. There's a $199 kit on the 10-minute color. So maybe they buy a couple of things. They're really liking it. So they've spent now $240 in open stock. That means they're now eligible to turn and convert any amount they want. We don't cap that, even if it's $5,000 or $10,000 worth. But this is the incentive money that you can get, even for as little as a $250 conversion. So you guys will all get this in writing, but I just want to point out before we even go into how I want to help you get there, is that this is the most aggressive shade exchange Moroccan Oil has done. And we really want to jump on this in the next 2 months so that maybe in a few weeks, in 3 or 4 weeks, we're ready in August to start seeing these kinds of things. Yes, rolling out where they're ready to convert because they've purchased and now we're ready to go. So let's take just a quick look. I want to specifically focus and help you that are listening on the subject of Calypso. We could talk about them all, but I think less is more, and giving you a real focus today is going to help you come right out of the gate against one of your largest competitors. So for the remaining time that I have, I want to talk to you about Demi Gloss, Demi Permanent Gloss, and toners. And I want to ask you, we're starting to talk about competitive positioning. We call it color conversations. I want to ask you, you don't have to say out loud, you can just think it to yourself, but who do you think is your biggest competitor in the demi gloss market, the liquids? Hopefully one thing is immediately coming to your mind. It might rhyme with Schmedkin, I don't know, but your largest competitor from what we see is the one you're thinking of, right? And there's plenty of them out there. of liquid glosses, but the one we want to focus on and kind of have in our mind is the one you're thinking of, and it rhymes with Schmedkin. So let's take a look, and I want to ask you the next question. You know, your stylists, when they're walking in the store or when you're having a conversation in the salon, there's a lot of fear, right, about looking at a new color line. Some will shut you down automatically. They're like, no, 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 no. You know, some might be a little bit open, but they're very hesitant. The root of most of that is fear. Fear of looking dumb or not knowing what to ask or how to use, or am I going to ruin my guest's hair? Sometimes it's laziness. They just don't want to learn something new, but most of it's based in fear. And you may even have some fear too. Maybe you're not a colorist, or maybe you're not comfortable with formulation. So you're kind of nervous to even start the conversation because am I going to be able to finish it? So one of the things by talking about how is Moroccan Oil's Demi Gloss Calypso similar to that number one color competitor that you have, is to help you reduce that anxiety both in yourself and the customer. Because if you know a little bit about it and they know a little bit about how they're similar, everybody's going to feel a little more relaxed. So let's talk for just a moment. How is Moroccan Oil Color Calypso similar to that main competitor? And because I can't see you all, I'll just kind of throw some out there. How about the mixing ratio? Are they both the same? Yes, they are. They are 1-to-1 mixing ratio. How about the timing? Yes, both are 20 to 25 minutes in timing. Are they the same format? Yes, they're both basically a liquid to a gel. They both use a dedicated developer that they call an activator, right? So it's not 20, it's a dedicated activator. And, they can all do the same things, right? Can they be as versatile? Are they the same? Yes. You can do your low lights, your root lifts. You can do the same type of things with the Demi Calypso that you can do with the Schmedkin, right? EQ, we'll put it that way. So knowing a little bit about what the two have in common, when you say to them, what demi gloss or what toner, gloss toners do you use? Or they're coming in, they may already be complaining about what they use. Just knowing that how similar they are relaxes both parties, both you and the stylist that you're speaking to, because you can say to them, hey, you already know how to use this. We're just going to orient you a little bit to the Moroccan Oil color chart, but you know how to use this. It's the same format, the same timing, the same uses, the same versatility. And that's going to help them be more open to listening. Well, how are they different? And maybe I'm open because I'm less fearful now. So just know, by the way, open that conversation. Be confident when they tell you that they use Shades EQ, that you know a lot about that. And it's very similar. So when they're looking for something or you find an opening or a complaint, I want you to walk them right over to the Moroccan Oil Demi Calypso and say, this is very similar to what you're using. It's also, and this is a fact, it's the number one brand that Moroccan Oil Color is trading out right now. And that's at Armstrong McCall and across the country. So very, very important to let them know that lots of users of what they're currently using, your number one competitor, have switched to Calypso and are finding it fabulous. Because if you look at what are some of the challenges with that current competitor, what are some of those complaints that you hear? And again, I hate not being able to see your faces because I know if I did, your hands would be going up. But what are some of those challenges and complaints that we hear every day about that number one competitor? Well, let's look at a few of them. Price, experience, and results. So one of the things we know we'll look at is price. Experience. Experience from two sides. One is, what's the stylist experience with using that competitor? And what is the customer's experience, the one that got it on their head? What is their experience with that Demi on their hair? And then results. What is the stylist end result they're looking for? And what are they finding that they're concerned about with that competitor? So let's take a look just at price. So what's the difference? And what could you do with that profit weekly or monthly? You know, I think if you look in your market and you compare the two prices, you're going to find a difference per 2-ounce bottle of anywhere from, we've seen about 90 cents to $1.12 difference. That competitor is up to, let's just say, $1 average more expensive than Moroccan Oil Color Calypso. $1 can be significant, but what can really be helpful when you're talking to that stylist or salon and say, hey, did you know that Moroccan Oil Color Calypso is like $1 less than what you're currently using? So maybe if they're not even worried about performance, but price matters to them and they keep seeing it go up and up, you can talk about what could you do with that? If you're even an average stylist doing X number of colors per month, and I've added this up, you're talking an extra couple of boxes of foil at minimum, or maybe 4 cans of hairspray that then you can turn around and retail and make more profit off of that. So if you can put it into something that means something to them, you know, a liter of shampoo for your back bar, whatever it will be, but talking to that customer on price alone is a competitive conversation that will appeal to many of your stylists. It might be the only point you have to talk about. It might be that important to them because we all know the Moroccan Oil Loyalty Rewards Program, on top of the price difference, will have them way ahead financially. So always keep in mind, price is one of the easiest things to talk about when it comes to Color Calypso versus that competitor gloss. What about the stylist experience? This is where your guys are going to hear this the most. What they will tell you is the fragrance. If you open up a bottle of that competitor, you'll pull your head back. You know, it's kind of caustic, and the Moroccan Oil Color Calypso is more pleasant. It's not just that it smells better, but it actually is evidence of kind of what's in the bottle and how aggressive that competitor is on the hair and on the scalp compared. But just from an experience of the stylist using it, they're going to smell little faint hints of our Moroccan Oil signature fragrance, which is crazy compared to that competitor. It's wonderful difference. What about how the hair feels? You'll hear this all the time. How does the hair feel when it rinses out? The stylist will tell you, if they're being honest with the competitor, it feels a little rough, a little dry. With the Moroccan Oil Color Calypso, the hair feels more conditioned and silkier. And of course, the shine is undeniable. And then what I hear the most is control. The stylist will tell you again, they tell me this without even asking when I'm talking to them about that competitor, that they have to babysit it. There's a lack of control in terms of how dark it gets as it's developing. They have to really watch and make sure to rinse that competitor off before it goes too dark. You turn your head, you got to go do something, or you're just not ready for whatever reason, and before you know it, it's gone dark. And between you and me, that's because there's a mix of direct dye and oxidative color in that competitor demi-gloss. Ours has no direct dye. It's all 100% oxidative color. So it self-times, it stops processing, does not continue. Those direct dyes develop quick onto the hair, and you tend to lose control. And stylists will tell you that they have to babysit that demi-gloss of that competitor. So this is what some of the stylists will tell you that are some of their concerns. What's the client getting, and what do they want? And what do the stylists also complain about is longevity, right? That longevity, because of the direct dyes, tends to wash off very quickly. You'll hear some of them say within 2 weeks, or 2, 3, 4 washes max, that toner is gone. That demi-gloss is gone. More close to 2 to 3. And this is a big complaint of customers. And their stylists love the way it looks when they leave the salon, but they know and they hear the complaints about the longevity. So with Moroccan Color Calypso, you've heard this before, but I just want to remind you're going to get 9 weeks of tone, which will really take them beyond to and beyond their next toning appointment. Why is that? I just have to remind you, you could go with just this. It's cheaper. It performs better. The stylist's going to like it. It lasts longer. But I want you to know why. So just for a moment, I want to drop down and just help you get a quick reminder. It's because of the technology, that cutting edge, new technology that's proprietary. No other color line has it. It's pro-arginine and argan ID. Pro-arginine, as you know, is the alkalizer, so it's a more gentle way. It's a natural amino acid we already have in our bodies that opens up and alkalizes the hair so that the color molecule can be deposited. That argan ID is what allows it to attach to the color molecule and take argan oil all the way to the cortex, which helps it maintain that high hydration and elasticity. So don't ever forget why it feels better to the stylist, why that tone lasts longer. All of those good things come because of this technology. And always remember that picture that we talk about that stylists love so much. It's the cuticle erosion picture that kind of compares those different alkalizers. And when you look at ours on the far right, you'll see that that cuticle is intact on the sides. The shine is there. It almost looks healthier than the untreated strand of hair. But you can see that with the MEA and the ammonia, it's tore up from the floor up, as they say. So these are the reasons. It's that pro-arginine and argan ID that allows that Color Calypso to perform in such a superior way. So I just want you to always know the why when you're having these, what I call color conversations with a stylist. I just want to back up real quick and just talk
Christy,
about.
I think we're just about out of time.
Okay.
So we have a couple of questions for you.
Oh, good. Go for it.
So what happens if someone is ready to go all in without testing? Will the incentive apply?
Yes.
It does.
But
Okay.
it will apply, but just keep in mind that they still have to hit that $240 in open stock color purchases to qualify for that conversion that you're going to get paid out on. So they're going to have to make some kind of investment, whether they just buy $240 worth outright if they're ready to go all in, or even better, if you want to sell them a bronze color package, that also qualifies them because that's more than $240. So hopefully that makes sense. Yes, even if they don't want to do this 24 for 12 and they're just ready to go, go for it. They just have to make a $240 investment to qualify.
And second question is, Paul said they're very shady. Have you heard anything on that?
Try to describe what that means. Very shady.
Not sure what he means, and if Paul wants to add something to that.
Very shady. I'm trying to think of what he might mean, but I
Maybe
don't.
smoky. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Last thing, this will be in the presentation Robert sends out. So to call to your attention, we have a recommended shade. So making it easy. If they want to try, here's the best blondes, the best rich in reds, and then a mix of the two. There's your quick start call for education free. Everyone can jump on for an hour so that if they do these trades, then you want to get them on that call. That's it.
Great. Thank you, Christy. This is
Thank
great
you. I'm
information.
excited to see the results. And guys, reach out. And Paul, reach out with your question and I'll get you an answer.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you,
Christy.
guys. Have a good rest of your call. Bye bye. How do I get out? There we go.
Okay, next up is Lauren Parrish. Are you out there, Lauren?
I'm here.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone joining on a Friday afternoon. I know it's gorgeous outside, but we have some exciting news. So let me see if I can get my screen to share. Oh, nice photo. I can't do it. So, where is she? How do I share on this one? I can't remember. Oh, right there. Hold on. Okay. You can see me now. Okay. Ah, wrong screen. Hold on 2 seconds. I hate that. You never know which one it's going to be. Okay. Is that better? Can you? Yay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Guys, next week, I know it's one day sale, but it's also our reinvented version of Purple Week we're calling True Colors Week. And what is True Colors Week, you might ask? You know, June is a colorful month. It's a fun month. I should know because it's my birthday month, as is many of you. So if by like a heart raise of hands, who's a Gemini? Because I did a survey a while back, and there is a lot of you Gemini June birthdays out there. Sales reps tend to be Geminis. But anyway, just like a true Gemini and a June birthday, I'm going to celebrate all month long. And that's kind of what we're doing with our True Colors week. So you'll notice that there's really just one main sale for the one-day sale, which is our $5 Vivids. Then the rest of the month, we've got some awesome promotions that will just continue throughout the whole entire time. So yeah, why limit the celebration to just 1 week, right? So let me see here. So our True Colors Week, instead of our Purple Week, really was intended to showcase the quality professional products from Pravana. We have hair color lightener, our new retail line, which I'm super excited about, and I hope you guys are too. You know, we're all available at affordable prices with Armstrong McCall. And what I love about our True Colors Week and our Focus Week time is it's exclusive to Armstrong McCall and with you guys, which I am also dedicated to. I added my information here. If you don't already have my digits, please reach out. Let me know how I can support you. I'm here to help. So we have an end cap contest. A lot of your stores do such a fun contest end caps. I love seeing them. Now we're going to incorporate our care and then using that color and that care as your inspiration. Let's see your creativity. Think bold, think bright, including the care on there. Maybe it's that you think fun rainbow gradient colors or fun bold signage or balloons, moods, selfies, QR codes. I believe one sales rep did a different purple thing every single day in the field. I'd love to see your different colors every day. I know that it's Monday for the one-day sale, but this end cap contest goes all month long. So don't feel like you missed out. We will have 4 different winners, 1 per FSM territory. I'm going to make sure that I have some runner-up prizes for the secondary location because it's always hard to choose. And these are usually voted by our internal team. We share it with all of our internal staff, and they love seeing these. And then that's kind of how we come up with our fun favorite winners. So show us your bold creativity, just thinking Pravana, we're fun. Then we're gonna have $100 spiff per intro kit sold or per color upgrade is like what I'm calling it, color conversion, for the entire week of our purple week. So, I can't say it right, for our Pure Colors week. So $100 per intro kit sold or converted. And the SKU is right here, 037975. They must be a new stylist or salon. And what do I mean by that? Really someone that hasn't purchased an intro kit in the last 12 months. Maybe they've just dabbled with our color. Maybe they've just tried Vivids. Whatever that is to you, to me, it's expanding them on their current portfolio. I would love to see them try our lightener, which is why it's also on sale and it's at a great price. And we'll talk about that in just a second. So, and we need to get them signed up for Perks. Perks is that amazing tool for us to allow these stylists, for us to really see what they're purchasing, but it really is a true rewards program for them. There's nothing on there that they can buy from you. There's bowls, brushes, capes, aprons. But essentially, if they've already bought an intro kit from you, they're just kind of replenishing those things and not having to, buy another intro kit to get those pieces, marketing pieces. But there's washing machines and cutlery and pillows and anything you can think of. The possibilities are endless with the rewards program. So if you don't already know if your people are signed up, please reach out. I can help you look up if they're already logged in, signed up, or if maybe their account number is wrong or right. I can help you with that. So yeah, what do you think about that? $100 per intro kit sold or color conversion. And when it comes to color conversions, we are now dollar for dollar. What does that mean? That means your customer is getting more for their money. So if they're converting from a competitor color line, most likely they're more expensive than ours because their tubes cost more and their tubes are smaller. So not only are they getting a larger tube that's mixed 1 to 1.5, but they're also getting more for their money. So think of it automatically like a 2 for 1 in a way, depending on the brand that they're coming from. So yeah, I think that's a pretty neat opportunity. If they buy an intro kit, they can convert up to 60 days afterwards. They can convert even more than what they purchased. And if you no purchase necessary conversions are minimum $200, maximum $500. Swap dollar for dollar. So if you have any questions, let me know. I believe Robert created a little cheat sheet for everyone regarding this information, but I have one as well. And this is the one I was thinking, this is so fun. True Colors Challenge. So we revamped our color certification course. It's totally updated. We have 5 sections now. I would love to see everyone get recertified. This was something we did when I first started back into the 2019, right before the pandemic. I just think it would be perfect for everyone to get it all updated now, and it's super easy. At the most, it takes an hour and a half. At the least, maybe the quickest is 45 minutes. Post it on your social media. Encourage your stylist to also do the same. Add in there about the True Colors Challenge. Maybe say, my true colors are what? And my favorite Pravana color is this, and encourage your people to also go and take the certification and just get them talking, asking them that. And then I want to see show me the colorful ways you sell Pravana. And the perfect example was that person last year. She gave us a day in the life and went around to her salons and showed off intense therapy to every single person. Or maybe it's just something fun and cute. Ask your stylist, get them, interview them, say, what is your favorite Pravana item and why? I would love for you guys to share that within this community. Maybe something you do that's very successful in your market. And nobody really knows it, but if somebody tried it in theirs, you could be helping someone else with this extra fun knowledge on the fun, colorful ways that you sell Pravana. So let's help each other out in this community and share those fun successes. So yeah, have fun, get creative, be colorful. And then I have backpacks, and these are the new backpacks that are coming in the fall that will be a gift with purchase, but I'm gonna pick 8 true color kings and queens, and you guys are gonna get my backpack prize pack. I'm gonna see if I can grab the backpack. It's in here somewhere. Oh, nope, I'll have to send you a photo of it, but it is super cute. You might have already seen it maybe on a pre-buy, but I'll send you a photo of what that looks like. Tag me on social media, send all of your photos, videos to your FSMs. And then this will be kind of the whole month long. And I'll probably throw out some little, pieces of literature, things that you can share on your social medias as well, just to kind of help keep the conversation going and create that fun narrative. Oh, I don't know why that did that. Then I've created some little QR codes and cheat sheets that you could share with your stylist. I can share that as a separate email, but just to reiterate, 25% off Perfect Blonde, 25% off of our lightener. They can get a free travel size moisture in the Care shampoo and conditioner travel size when they buy any 6 Chroma Silk, and then $5 Vivids for the week of June 2nd through 6th. And what I meant by like bundling them together, these are such a crazy deal that I did the math. If you gave your stylist a choice of either they would get the Ultra Lightener, our Perfect Blonde shampoo, and our Perfect Blonde conditioner or mask, plus 2 Vivid colors during this week, they can get all of that for $50. Then the same goes for this bottom one. I just took one of the lighteners out. But that is an incredible offer. We really want to show kind of bundling those together really makes that whole value feel so much more. The true cost of those are almost, they're at least 25, 35 or more percent off. I don't remember what the percentages are. Excuse my knowledge there, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of put these together so you guys could suggest these as an offering to really help that upsell and get more lightener in people's hands. And everybody loves our Perfect Blonde. It's one of our top selling SKUs. So any questions? I will note here on our Power Lightener, the 24 ounce, that lightener is mixed 3 parts developer to 1 part of our lightener powder. 3 to 1. I don't think people realize that. Our Ultra is 2 parts developer, 1 part powder lightener, making these last a lot longer. There is a competitor line of y'alls that you sell a lot of lightener. It takes 3 of their tubs to equal what ours yields. So it takes 3 of their tubs to equal 1. So again, just knowing the little things of the mixing ratio and those tips and tricks. If people are looking to save money, it's right here. We're right here. Come on over. So, Robert, do you have any questions? I tried to make this short and sweet. It's Friday. You guys got stuff to do, and I appreciate your time. How do I stop the sharing? Sorry, excuse me.
I'm going to go ahead and speak because I don't know if he's on mute, but there are some questions. Can we do an intro kit for the conversion?
I can get you a swatch book. I don't think so because it is a $500 conversion. Plus it's a pre-pack. Let me find out, but I'm happy to get you a swatch book because the newest rendition of our intro kits are the brand new swatch books.
Okay, so do the new kits have a swatch book in them?
Yes.
Okay, and is the Power Light supposed to only have one vivid color with that deal?
Yes, because that one is a bigger container. It's 24 ounces and it's a larger, it's got a higher price point. So that's why I put, oh, you could just kind of throw one Vivid in that one. It's just a suggestion, but you guys can play with it.
Great. Well, I'm
You can
gonna
even remove the Vivids off of both of those to continue it throughout the month. And since they're not on sale, you know, the whole month, and it's even less, it's lower than $50. So
Thank you. Lori, are you going to send this deck to us so that we can send it out to everybody? Great.
for
Thank you.
sure.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We're excited for this colorful week. Please let me know how I can help, how I can support.
Thank you. Happy True
Thank
Colors Week.
Yes, happy True Colors Week. Let's show your true colors. Bye, everybody.
Okay, so next up, our last vendor on the call to close out our Friday call is Rita Buenestro from MSDS. And hopefully you guys have received the link for a Zoom training that we have coming up with Guy Tang on June 16th. It's not Guy Tang, the product. It's the actual person, Guy Tang, is going to be doing a training for you guys. And I'm sure Rita's going to be talking about that. And we'll go from there. So next up, Rita. Hi there.
Hi, everyone. Let me share, because I'm also talking to you about sexy hair because we got a lot going on with sexy hair too. Let's see. Good. You can see my screen. Let me just go to show. Okay. Well, happy Friday, everyone. Thank you, Robert, for letting me attend your call. So we have some things to touch on for sexy hair, and then at the tail end, I'll talk about my identity. First off, for your one-day sale coming up, these are the items that are going to be on sale, 30% off, Powder Play Light, Dry Shampoo, Big Altitude, and Volume Flex. So good luck to you guys that have these products and for selling them. I'm excited to see the results of this because the last one-day sale went really well for us. The other thing I wanted to touch on is we do have 2 salon intros available with sexy hair. One is focused on big stylers and sprays, and the other one is focused on a mix of the top SKUs in sexy hair, along with the MSUs. I will be sending out this presentation, but I also do have flyers of these items and exactly what needs to be ordered for the MSU to work. But these are set up for you guys through the end of the year. The other big launch coming up is actually going to be launching in July, but you're going to start receiving assets in June is our care system that's coming out in sexy hair. So we are revamping all our care, but now we are going to make care instead of sitting in our sublines like big, healthy, we're actually creating its own care brand. And if you guys have been with us as long as I have been with Sexy, you know the journey we've been on with care. We went from a kaleidoscope of colors to more of a monochromatic look in 2020, which I will be honest, we lost some customers that way because they weren't really knowing where the bottles were that they were looking for of specific regimens. So we decided to look at our whole system holistically and see what are our top sellers, which is why we decided to revamp care. It's one category, we haven't played successfully in that we really want to get back into since care is such importance now with hair regimens and taking care of scalp care and hair care. So it's one we definitely wanted to get into and push to dominate. So we decided to launch with our three main systems, which is going to be volume, moisture, and strength. And these were always the three that were top sellers in the previous formulations. So we decided to go with those first. Moisture is your daily system that can be used for anyone and any hair type. Volume is definitely for anybody that wants to achieve volume, and strengthening is somebody that wants to have stronger, healthier hair. So we felt like these three categories fit multiple needs for hair care. As we see how the success of this goes, then down the road we might launch other systems, but for right now, this is what we're starting off with. So we have our volumizing line, which is designed with the volume flex technology. So the volume technology is basically with the ingredients in the system, the Lux Lift technology is going to basically create a nice base to the hair to help with the volumizing process once stylers are added to it. So we'll have it in retail and liter size. The moisturizing is with the Aqua technology. So basically it's a moisturizing system that helps increase shine, reduce frizz, and even out porosity in the hair. So again, all the ingredients in the system help deliver moisture to the hair. So anybody that's looking for moisture, this is what they will use to achieve that. And then we have strengthening, which is designed to really reduce breakage up to 73% when the shampoo and conditioner is used together. All the systems are color safe as well. Now for the bond lock technology, this does not have any bonding agents in it or anything like that. It is not a bonding system. Basically just all the ingredients come together to reduce breakage and strengthen the cuticle of the hair over time. But there is not an actual bonding agent in it. So I just want everybody to be aware of that. So in preparation for the launch, we are going to have for July and August 25% off retail size shampoo and conditioners. The allocations that we have going out will be ship stores are going to receive 12 units of each flavor. Non-ship stores are going to receive 6 units of each flavor. We just shipped out the last of it this week. The Texas warehouse should have everything within the next week or so, and then orders can start being fulfilled. If you wind up selling through really fast in July, I highly recommend you reach out to your FSMs to let them know you need more inventory and order as needed, because we have a lot planned to make this launch very successful, as well as leaders. So leaders are going to be on sale 25% off. The allocation we have for those is ship stores will receive 6 of each flavor. Non-ship stores will receive 3 of each flavor. So again, if you need more inventory, let your FSMs know and we can go from there. But luckily the Texas warehouse has everything, so there shouldn't be any issues with allocations. The other thing we're doing is a revamp of the planogram. So this was based on Tiffany Mark's recommendations. We went with the 4-foot gondola. So all stores will receive assets for a 4-foot section. You will receive 6 self-shelf strips and 3 care easel cards. These are all going to be sent in your July box that's going to arrive the week of June 23rd. So if something happens where these assets are not in those boxes, please let your FSM know so they can reach out to me and I can follow up with Quad, who we're working with Cosmoprof, to get these shipments out. I did give the latest store list thanks to Elise Cano. She provided me the latest store list. I sent that to them just to confirm that all the addresses are correct. The other assets we're going to be sending out to is end caps. So we're going to have a header card, shelf strips, 2 shelf strips, as well as the easel cards. These are also going to be part of your July boxes. So again, if you do not receive these, please let your FSMs know so they can let me know. We are going to have an end cap contest for this to support you guys, and we will have more details soon. We're going to present everything to the FSMs first next week. And once everything's aligned, we will share you guys all the details we have. We also are going to offer a stylish offer for, they're basically mini intros of care. So for $58, and they're going to be an MSU build, we're going to have volume, strengthening, and moisture. So not only can they buy open stock, but if a salon wants to bring in a full system, they're more than welcome to. And we definitely have an incentive tied into this as well for DSCs. And then for regular sexy hair open stock sales, we're going to have also a store incentive as well for July and August. So a lot of opportunities to sell. The other thing we're going to have is a focus week in August because we want to keep the momentum going for this launch. And I figured August is better than July since everybody's traveling and we have a holiday in that time frame. So for August 4th through the 8th, which Sonia helped me kind of align on these dates, we're looking to do 2-hour demos with a sexy hair artist in your store locations, focusing on sexy hair care and stylers. Sexy Hair will be providing flyers for these events, samples, and display product. So if you are a store that is interested in having a demo at your location, please let your FSM know the date, the 2-hour time frame you're looking for, and the location. So then we can see who we can book for those demos. But I'm looking forward to continuing the momentum of this fantastic launch. Then for my identity, as Sonia said, we have scheduled a call with Guy. It's going to be June 16th. Sonia was gracious enough to set up the Zoom link for this as well. And I did share a flyer with the FSMs who are sending those out to you. This is going to be a 1-hour interactive virtual training with Guy. He's going to go through his whole portfolio. We're also going to keep this interactive in the sense that we're going to ask live quiz questions. And then with the correct answers, we will send you a prize. So I'm looking forward to some success on this. If it winds up going really well, we might schedule a second one, maybe in August or September. But this is a great time if you have not fully learned about the Identity brand. This is a great way to get engaged with it and really understand it. Or if you have any questions for Guy on formulations or anything like that, that's your time to ask him. He's very open and engaging, which is great. The other promotion I want to share with you, because this begins June 15th, is the July flash sale. So we're doing a July flash sale for Guy, but the promotion is available to you guys June 15th, and we're doing 40% off my identity. So if you have not brought back in Reflect, this is a great time to bring that product back in. It is available. Yes, we did have the recall last year. We fixed everything. We reproduced it. There is no issue now. We have plenty of inventory. So it's a great time to stock back up on Reflect Liquid Demi, as well as any other My Identity products for July. And I know Robert also put together for you guys a conversion. My Identity has a conversion. We've had it for some time where it's a minimum of $500 conversion on any competitive brand of color that if they want to convert to My Identity, we have that available. And I know he gave you like a cheat sheet of details, but also he did share like it might be better to have like a lower price conversion. So right now I'm looking into that with Sonia to work on putting together a little bit of a cheaper conversion that works with one of our intros, because we do have 2 intros with My Identity and one starts at $150. So once we get that hammered out, I'll have more details for you guys as well. And that is all I had.
Great. So the SPIF information that she talked about, as well as all other SPIF information, is on our company SPIF spreadsheet. And we will have that to you by the end of next week, because I know we're going to be hearing more information from vendors next week. So look over that for the sexy hair promotions. There's one for the end cap, one for DSCs, and one for the stores for sexy hair. So be sure you review that spreadsheet when it's sent out next week. Thank you, Rita.
You're welcome. Is there any questions or anything?
I'm looking, let me see. I just see that somebody posted that they need, I guess they need the link or no, look for an email with links. So you should have that from your FSM. I know that I sent out the regular Zoom invitation, regular without the
the flyer or whatever. So whatever works for you guys to be on that call to ask Guy Tang directly your questions would be great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Robert, do you have any?
Okay, well, I think that concludes the June Vendor Connect. Our next one will be June 30th, right before July. So that'd be our July Vendor Connect. So from Remy and I, we wish you all have a great one-day sale on Monday. Any last words from any FSMs?
Happy selling on Monday.
Okay, that's it. I'll send out the recording to everybody. Thank you for attending.
Thank you.